So if you're very similar to me, you would actually be wondering what exactly was Count Dooku's plan were he to survive the battle against Anakin Skywalker. As we all know, Dooku was a very smart, very cunning, and very powerful person in the galaxy. His name was feared alone, but just politically, it was also feared by the Jedi. Dooku had lots and lots and lots of power and influence, including resources and money. So if he would have survived the fight against Anakin Skywalker and the Invisible Hand, what would have necessarily happened? What was Dooku's plans for the galaxy? Well, it was revealed to us in the Revenge of the Sith novelization. First off, Dooku would have eradicated the Jedi Council and stomped out the Jedi who would oppose him. He had felt as though the Jedi had lost their way and they were nothing more than politicians sitting in the seat of Jedi. He had felt that they had lost their way. They were no longer the peacekeepers of the galaxy and no longer wanted to do what was best for the galaxy, just to appease the politicians. So as I said, he would start off with the eradication of the Jedi, and any of the surviving Jedi would be converted over to something that he called the Sith Army. This would completely break the rule of two, which is something that Dooku wanted to do. Dooku's Sith army would only serve the Empire and would enforce rules and regulations upon the entire galaxy, and anybody who opposed them would be eradicated or would be enforced, completely bending to the Empire's will. And this Sith army would be made up of formerly old Jedi who just wanted to have the change. Any other Jedi that would oppose this rule would be completely eradicated or destroyed. There are many Force-wielding beings in the galaxy that had refused for the Jedi to take their kids over to the Jedi Temple so they could be trained for their entire life. Under Dooku, there would be no choice. He would force every single last Force child to join the Sith or be destroyed. And Dooku would recruit them all to come to his Jedi Temple, which would now be converted to a Sith Temple, where he would then teach them the ways of the dark side of the Force. He also wanted to teach unity amongst the Sith so that they don't go out and try to kill each other constantly like they did back in the past. Their only purpose would be to become more powerful and to also force their way into the galaxy and enforce rules for the entire Empire. He also wanted to win as the CIS, so this means that more than likely droids would have been all over the galaxy. Which me myself, I would actually like to see a what-if story about this scenario because I honestly think that the Clone Battalion was some of the best fighting force that the galaxy had ever seen. And me personally, I honestly believe that if the clones were involved with the Empire more, then the Empire probably wouldn't have fell as easy as it did. I wonder if Dooku would have seen the clones as something as a tool for the future and actually enact their inhibitor chips early. That way with this army of Sith, they could eradicate Jedi even more easier. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Me personally, I love this kind of stuff. I mean, that's just kind of the stuff I like to dive into. I like to see what characters would have done or what their original plans for the galaxy or things like that would have gone down in fiction. Mainly villains and things along those lines because we don't actually get to see their plans get fulfilled because obviously they either die or their plans get completely thwarted or they get injured in such a way that they can't carry it out anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much all it for Dooku. May the Force be with you, and as always, have a great rest of your day.